Hi, I'm Marcina Hale.
And I'm Stephen Apkon. Welcome back to Fantastic Fungi Reimagine.
And we'll tell you a little bit about the album. The album is just been released, the first volume, actually. The second volume's not out until October 9th, right?
That's true.
And the album is a project that started from the heart and that is all about the mycelium network and how it works. And it also benefits the work that's being done with psychedelics in the field right now. I want to really do a shout out to both MAPS and to USONA, who are working with Benefit Corps and nonprofits to really bring this kind of medicine out to people in our communities. It's something that is at the core of so many people's hearts because there's so many people right now that are suffering and or have lost somebody either to depression or addiction. And so this project is very important to our world right now as we are dealing with so many issues. And we want to thank all the artists who have joined us to be able to make this album possible and make the proceeds available for being able to create more awareness around psychedelics.
And we are thrilled to have two very special guests join us right now. And that is Brett Dennen and Amber Rubarth.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Thanks so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having us.
As we were getting started here, Brett, you said something that was really beautiful and really simple, which was that you're here for the greater good.
Yeah.
And
aren't we all?
Aren't we all? Exactly. And I think we should be. And that's what's been so beautiful about this project.
Yes.
There's 24 musicians coming together, all for the greater good.
What inspired you, Brett? How did you get involved with the project?
Oh, my friend Amber, who I'm sharing the screen with, she reached out. We go back a few years, and she told me she was deeply involved in this album and wanted to get me involved, which is an honor. And so, I don't know, Amber's the kind of person that isn't going around asking people for favors or anything like that. So I knew it was something special when she reached out to me. And then when I looked up the film and I realized what it was about and who it was about, of course I said yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you know Paul Stamets, his work before the film?
Yeah, casually. I've heard him on some podcasts, and I've thumbed through some books with him in it. But
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But this film has definitely taken me a lot deeper.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And we should say that Amber has been a great friend of ours for many years, and is not only someone not to ask for many favors, but is a force of nature, of creativity, and big-hearted love. So
and when we began with the film, she was one of the first ones that I actually saw her out west at an event, and I said, Amber, you really need to see this film, and she did, and right away she was inspired to create something with us. So Amber, you want to talk a little bit about your journey here?
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, when I thought of you, Brett, I was, I feel like all of the artists that we've brought in have really not just been like the particular song that we wanted, but really people that are aligned with all these kind of things, like being part of the greater good and being interconnected, and really not just in their music, but like in their being, being in a positivity mindset and interconnection and trying to be generous to the world and aligned with nature. And I feel like Brett is like through and through. I mean, even though, I don't know you for a long time, or, I haven't like spent a ton of time with you, I feel like with your art and with your music and with your songs and with your being, you're just like so to the core aligned with nature in such a beautiful way. So felt like a natural fit.
Thank you. Likewise.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. We talk a lot about, that this film it not only captures the essence of the mycelial network and that sense of deep connection, but it's how the film came out. It's how the album's coming out. And And really in this moment when we're asked to all be separate, we can feel that desire for connection. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been such a joy to feel this connection, even though it's like over Zoom or Facebook or whatever, online. It feels like there is a really deep conversation that's been started through, it was already going with the film, but through this album also, and people that are intrigued with these ideas. It feels like there's like a really beautiful connection while everyone is on their screens wearing masks or whatever.
We've taken our masks off.
And we've really talked about the idea of the name Reimagine. And it was interesting because we did a listening party with social distancing and invited a friend, Tiokasen, who was on one of the podcasts earlier with Fantastic Fungi. And it was interesting because we sort of talked about him blessing the album. And he said, you don't bless something, it blesses you.
Oh, wow.
He is so deep.
Yeah. And in so many ways, the beauty of this album has been like so many blessings that have come from the artist and Parmita when she came on board, and all the people that came because of her, and all the people that came because of you, Amber, and Paul and Louis. And that it was able to bless us now out in the world to help us reimagine. And he talked about the word reimagine too.
He did. Yeah. It's it was really fun at this as Marcina said, we did this listening party, Brett, and Amber played. And there we are. She played and was there, and we've loved your music, and we love the song that's on the album, and but I don't think until that night when it played outdoors with fire pits and people gathered around them, and Tiokasen Ghost Horse had just spoken beautifully, all of a sudden it was like your song like came alive in this crazy way.
Wow.
And it was like, of course it's on this album. Like it was almost
that's like one of the magical properties of music. It's it's meant for many things, but it's meant for experience first and foremost. I'm sure Amber, I mean, people ask me all the time if I get tired of playing the same songs every night when I'm on tour. I'm sure somebody's brought that up to Amber, or she's heard that, but it's not the same song every night. It's a different venue, it's different people, it's a different shared experience. It's things are coming out of my mouth and my fingers and my brain and my heart and all that, but it's also coming back at me at the same time. But then there's a third element, which is just like the collective element that's already there without anybody having to do anything, just from people being together. And that always changes, and whether or not people all arrive to that same thing and fully commit to it or not, maybe they don't. Maybe they only do it for one verse of a song or 1 minute of a song for the whole night, and then everybody goes off into their own brains or distractions or whatever. But there's so much possibility for magic in music, but you just have to like get yourself to it, and everybody has to get themselves
and I have to say, I have to do a shout out to Sean Gallagher, who's on the Reconsider team, who actually put together some video with Paul Stamets in your song. And it was like, Wild Child, Paul Stamets, makes sense totally. And also the idea that to reimagine, you have to kind of be kind of wild. You're not doing the normal. You're actually creating something new. Sure. And so we started to laugh. We smiled. It was a beautiful.
I also love that you just talked about the magic of music, because Marcina mentioned that Tiokasen Ghost Horse spoke before the opening of the album, the listening party, and he talked about the root of imagine being magi, and tying it to the notion of magic.
Wow.
So the thread continues.
Huh.
So maybe we can have a little magic.
And, actually, we're going to have magic in a little bit, but first we can turn to Amber. Yeah. because Amber, I mean, we've loved your music for so long. We've been blessed by you and your music in so many ways. It's been a big part of our life. And when it came to this album, collaborating with you on one level of bringing the album together, but then hearing the songs that you were thinking about. And I remember there were a couple songs, and when we heard this song, Marcina and I turned to each other and we just like immediately fell in love with it. And we're like, that has to be on a Reimagine album, because it holds the essence of that notion of curiosity, of wonder, of so much. Would you share your song with us?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, this one was, I wrote it about those times where we learn something that affects us on such a deep level that it's like our world contained this little piece right here, and then all of a sudden something sort of explodes and it contains so much more. And I think we all have those times in our lives that just are like very pivotal moments of expansiveness. Yeah, so this is called Everything I Thought I Knew. Everything I thought I knew is washed across a deeper blue. Rivers, skies, and ocean air, scattering from here to there. Mountains crumble, marble cracks, hearts collide and stars collapse. Dust to dust, through and through, everything I thought I knew. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Everything I felt before was just the shallows of the shore. Rough of sand between my toes, empty shells and hollow holes, till I dove into the sea, her dark embrace, a mystery. The taste of salt now underscores everything I felt before. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Everything I, everything I, everything I, everything, everything I, everything I, everything I, everything, everything I, everything I, everything I, everything, everything I, everything I, everything. Thanks.
Bravo.
Hey, thanks. Uh-oh, I think you all are muted.
Oh yeah, you're muted.
Now we're not.
Oh, there you
I
are.
think I think we were just in silence too.
Okay.
muted on the screen and muted here too.
Oh, nice.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
Yeah. We would love to bring on another thing, Amber. Amber's also a wonderful artist in her own right, and each of her albums are include a lot of your artwork, and you also love bringing people together. And there's an artist that you found along the way who's bringing so much to this project, and maybe you want to introduce her and welcome her on with us?
Yeah, I fell in love with her work. I think I saw it on Instagram originally, but she has such a beautiful essence that she brings into her illustrations, and she lives in Chile, and her name is Paula Heredia. Hi.
Whoa.
Hello.
Hi.
So honored to be here. I'm so fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Amber, how did you and Paula connected? Maybe you can talk about that.
Yeah, I was just really inspired by her artwork. I would love to hear from you, Paula, how you got interested in doing illustrations of mushrooms and kind of what this film has meant to you, and just the collaboration, and anything that, if
Yeah,
anything you want to talk about the inspiration of being with nature and mushrooms for your illustrations.
I think it was like about 10 years ago, maybe. I got interested in the magic that mushrooms represent. They are so connected to the folklore, like fairy tales and everything. But also, this film was so inspiring because it brought me the idea that mushrooms are not these little things that sprout from earth like flowers. They are so connected with all the life, with everything. They make things work. So many people say they close the circle, and that's when I noticed, yeah, they do. They are so magical beings. I get. Um, yeah, I think you found me on Instagram. It was really awesome for me. This person was writing to me like, "Hey, I'm making this thing about the film," and I was like, "With me?" Like, yeah, I'm not a big artist, so I'm so honored to be here, and I think that's it. I just try to express what I feel about nature and about magic.
Maybe we have some images of
Thank
her.
you. Yeah, it's so stunning.
There we go.
This is a mushroom that Paul Stamets actually discovered, and he says it is the mushroom that takes people to the highest consciousness. And this is from a photograph that he took, and then Paula illustrated it with these beautiful shades.
And the name of the mushroom is Salosophes azurescens.
Thanks for saying that.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
And then we're collaborating on these cards. So each card is paired with one of the songs from the album and a lyric from one of each song. So she's drawn all these beautiful illustrations. This is the cover of them, and they're Reimagine cards, kind of inspired in part by like oblique strategies and kind of spirit cards.
It's one of the things I adore about you, Amber, and really what the project was about is how we, it's like giving artists room to create and to share their gifts. And if you create a container, then they have a place to add in and to let it evolve. You can never know what you're going to create until it's done, because it keeps growing and moving. So
yeah,
love that about it.
Been inspiring to work with you, Paula. You have such a beautiful gift of like bringing the beauty and the vitality of things into your drawings, and it's an absolute honor.
It was so amazing to receive your updates on how the project was going on and how everything was coming to life. I saw the list of songs and I felt so in love with the ones I could find in Spotify. It was, well, I'm so thankful for being a part of this. You just guided me here, so thank you so much. Your music actually is amazing.
And your artwork is amazing.
Yeah. And we can't think of you there in Santiago, Chile, without thinking of our great friend Juliana Furci, who is in the film. She is one of the great mycologists working today, and I don't know whether you know this, Paula, but she was successful in making the fungi kingdom one of the three kingdoms that needs to be studied in any environmental issues by law. Chile is the first country in the world to include fungi with flora and fauna, and that is the result of your fellow Chilean, Juliana Furci.
Yeah, actually.
And Paul Stamets has joined the board, yes. And they are doing an amazing work now. They're very international and really encourage people to join.
This is the Fungi Foundation.
The Fungi Foundation.
Yeah, I haven't had the pleasure to meet them in person because of this quarantine. We're still kind of in lockdown, but yeah, I actually admire her so much.
Yeah.
She's so inspiring to me. Don't tell her.
And she's working with the Fantastic Fungi educational project that's going to be out soon in schools, and her and William Padilla Brown.
And I have to say, she also is a wild child.
Yes, definitely.
And
as is William.
And Brett, I don't know whether
we all are.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I don't know whether, I think one of the reasons why your song resonates so much is that we all can connect with that aspect of ourselves. And I don't know whether that was your declaration of being a wild child, but you tapped into something that we all feel. So,
well, I mean, it's up for interpretation, I think, but I think it fits because the idea to me is that, I mean, we all have this nature inside of us, right? We all have this just this evolution inside of us that we don't always tap into, and so it's there whenever you want it. Just like mushroom spores are there. You know, I mean, you can plant a lawn, and then the next day mushrooms pop up. And where did they come from? It's just. You take the sod out of the Lowe's or wherever department store you got the sod from, and then you roll it down, and then next thing you know, there's just magic mushrooms popping out of nowhere. It's in the air, it's in the wind, it's in all of us. And
there's going to be a lot of people going to Lowe's right now.
Wouldn't that be something? I don't know. I just think that like there's there's an ocean or a river or something that is flowing everywhere that we are all tapped into, and you just need the opportunity. You need to hear a song that says "I'm a wild child," or you to be like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm a wild child too," or that person is a wild child,
and even gives permission.
Yeah.
So if you wouldn't mind,
I will. I have my guitar, and
thank you.
If anybody watching is familiar with the song, they might know that the original version is kind of like a meat and potatoes Tom Petty rocking song, but the reimagined version is I went to Texas to spend a week hanging out with a friend of mine who has a great studio, and just reimagining some of the songs, and we came up with a much more playful, delightful, maybe you could say, country Mexicali take on it. I like to think of it as like something Vince Gill might do, but that's what I was thinking of when I came up with this version. I had no idea it would be a part of something like this, but then I can kind of see that when you're in Texas, you have plenty of time to walk around looking under cow patties for mushrooms. Anyways, this is the reimagined version of Wild Child. I am a wild child, yes I am. I love the country. I wanna run free, and I don't wanna live up to anyone's plan. I wanna feel the good vibes, and I wanna feel the sunshine with you by my side. I am a wild child. Mama, 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 you can hold me tight if you wanna hold me tonight. Hold me tonight. Take me where the music's playing. Get me on the dance floor, pull me a little closer, and I am a wild child, yes I am. I wanna feel the good vibes, and I wanna feel the sunshine with you by my side. I am a wild child. Mama, you can hold me tight if you wanna hold me tonight. You can hold me tight if you wanna hold me tonight. Oh, watch out, mama. You can. Hold me tight if you wanna hold me tonight. Hold me tonight.
Wow, what a treat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, I should say that this album, Volume 1, with both of these songs on Volume 1, is available on Spotify and iTunes and all of the streaming services. Volume 2 will be out October 9th. And these are just two of really an amazing album. We are so grateful that both of you were on it.
Yeah, and we want to thank the other amazing wild child, Louis Schwartzberg.
Definitely.
And the bringing of this amazing film into the world and birthing it here and calling upon so many people to come together to continue the message of the mycelium and nature and our ability to shift the consciousness out there and work together.
And if you haven't seen the film, for anybody out there, you can see it on Apple TV and on Amazon and Hulu and other platforms as well.
Yeah.
Or go to fantasticfungi.com. Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. And as the album and as you guys are blessing us, let it bless the world.
I think Paula said it so beautifully when you said that you were honored. We are really honored. We're honored to be here with the three of you, for all that you do in the world, for who you are, and for being in this wonderful, ever-expanding, magical mycelial network with us. All for the greater good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Amber.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Great to see you.